Looking bomb. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Tierra, but you can go ahead and call your girl T. Here on my channel you will find hair and makeup tutorials, DIY projects, baby vlogs, and meal prepping ideas. If you like all these things and more, please take the time to subscribe to my channel and go ahead and hit that bell notification down below. I know y'all want all of the notifications every time I post. I am so excited for this video. Not only am I inspired by the look, because boom, finally jumped in on the Euphoria craze, the Rhinestone craze. I just had to. I'm like, I gotta make it happen. We got a dark lip out here, ready for the fall. I'm also excited for the topics that I'm talking about today. I hope that I'm able to help some of the younger moms who've been reaching out to me and asking me a lot of questions, especially with like twins and having a pregnancy with multiple babies at one time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alrighty, so I'm using two palettes today. I'm using this BH Cosmetic Ultimate Matte palette. I just got it. I really like it. It has some nice fall colors in it. It's a little bit big for a palette. I would prefer if it was like half this size. And then I'm going to use the Morphe 350 palette. It's like the ultimate fall palette. Like if you don't have this in your life, you need it, because it's just like so many looks can come. And y'all know I'm an orange and brown girl. Like, warm tones is where it's at. I'm gonna start by doing this color here. I'm just going to start adding this to the crease, and then after I do that, I'm going to diffuse and buff it out. This palette is pretty pigmented. I really do like BH Cosmetics. I like their brushes. I just like them as a whole. Like, they really be doing it for me, and I appreciate them for their prices. They are very affordable. So I asked you guys some questions to ask me online and some things that you wanted me to talk about, like on my Instagram. Some of the questions are really personal, but I was like, okay, I can answer a couple of these. I'm just doing a really cute fall look. I'm going to do the rhinestones, like from Euphoria. It's like the craze right now, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. If you guys can notice, my lip is really busted. My child, his head is so large, and he headbutted me again, and it like really has not healed up. It's been like 5 days. 5. I'm like, dang. Alright, now I'm going to start to deepen the crease. I'm going to go in with this color here. Someone asked me, what did I notice from the beginning as a difference from like my first pregnancy to the second? Like, you know, singleton baby versus twins. And I did already address this in one of my videos, but there were some major early on key differences for me. I don't have like another pregnancy to go off other than my first one, so like these could have just been different things from just being pregnant. I don't know if these are like, oh, I'm having twins, this is why this was happening, because every pregnancy is different in itself. One, I was just like so much more tired than I was the first time. I was definitely tired the first time for sure, but this was like almost like debilitating. Like, I'm going to go to sleep wherever I'm at, like wherever I'm at, I'm falling asleep. There's nothing I can do about this. So that was really hard just to like function at work. I didn't get sick that much, but I was I just had really extremely bad migraines and headaches, which I did not have the first time at all. And I definitely gained weight faster. Yeah, I just feel like I just like had like a belly like so much faster than I did the first time. And I think that goes into, you know, your uterus or like your abs already splitting once, so it just happens faster, and then obviously a mix of having twins. Another huge thing is once I actually found out that I was having twins, the amount of appointments that I had was god awful. God awful. Like week 12 on, I had ultrasounds weekly, but that's just because of the type of twins that I had. I didn't know this beforehand, but there are different types of identical twins. The earlier on in the fertilization process that identical twins split, the less that they share. There are 3 different types of identical twins that you can have, which a lot of people don't know. They think there's either fraternal or identical, which is the case, but then identical splits off into 3 after that, and that's based off if depending on what they're sharing in terms of the sac and the placenta. So I think it's between like day like 1 and 4, maybe even 1 and 3. If that identical egg split, they're gonna have separate sac and separate placenta. So if they have a separate sac and separate placenta, they're considered dichorneotic, diamniotic identical twins, meaning 2. That just doesn't happen that often, to be honest, but that is definitely like the safest set of twins, because every baby is supposed to have like their own placenta, and you just have like a lot less chances of them like strangling each other with their umbilical cord and all types of stuff. The set of twins that I have is like a more common set of twins, and that is whenever it's in the middle. So like day like 4 and 8 have separate sacs but same placenta, so that's monochorneotic, diamniotic. So you know, the amniotic sac, they're separate in those, but they're sharing that placenta. The risk with these type of twins is that, again, every baby is supposed to have their own placenta, really, and depending on where the umbilical cord is placed on that placenta, one baby usually gets like more nutrients and more food than the other. And if you look at my sons, you'll see that Isaiah is, and it always has been, about 1 pound to 2 pounds smaller than Elijah. I mean, he's gaining great and healthy weight now, but he's just came out the womb smaller, you know, in length and in size than Elijah. Elijah's umbilical cord was like dead set in the middle of the placenta, and Isaiah's was more on the side, so he just got less food. Starting after week 12, they put me on growth ultrasounds, so like literally once a week I had to go in, and I spent you know, most of my day getting ultrasounds done just to make sure that both of my kids, like, that they were in a certain range. If you start to get out of a range, they'll do like a non-invasive surgery where they'll take fluids out of one amniotic sac and put it into the other. I'm not exactly sure the whole science behind that, but that's supposed to balance it out. Luckily we didn't have to do that. You do have cases where like one baby will be like 5 pounds bigger than the other, and you know, we don't want to be like sharks out here and just get your poor baby weeded out. So version of the identical set of twins is monochorneotic, monoamniotic, and these are the most dangerous set of twins because they're sharing the sac and the placenta, and a lot of things can just go wrong with that situation. They have like the highest fatality rate, and you know, carrying multiples in general is just so scary. I thought it was very scary. I had a lot of complications. I had a few discs slip in my back. I think that just came from me physically being unable to really carry twins. It was a lot of weight, and if you look at any picture of me and you actually like take the time to look, you'll see that like I'm really like 80% legs. Like my legs are so long. My legs are just so long. My torso is like this big and compared to like the rest of my body, and I'm a relatively tall girl, but like, yeah, I'm just like all legs. So I had like no torso to give, and they were just going further and further and further out, and only thing that could give out was like my back. So I had like really bad sciatica through the pregnancy. It was terrible. And like sometimes like I just like would be standing there and my legs would just literally stop working. I was actually at work whenever my disc dislocated in my back and my legs just literally would not work. I had to get carried up on my coworkers. They were trying to give me an ambulance, and I'm just like, that's dramatic. I'm dramatic, but I ain't trying to be that dramatic. Not in the store and not in the area that I work in. It's like too bougie for that, and I would have been so embarrassed. But yeah, I just went through a lot to carry these kids. Then I was just having some struggles with my iron being so low because Black people stay being anemic out here. Lo and behold, we got them babies out safely, safe and sound. Another question people are asking, which again I already addressed this in like my labor video, but I did have a very natural delivery. I delivered both of them in 24 minutes, which was amazing to do. No complications at all. In regular Tierra fashion, I'm going to cut the crease. As soon as I found out I was pregnant with twins, I was trying to figure out what I needed to do to ensure that I would not have to get a C-section. So then when both babies were breached, I was so upset. I was just like, there's like nothing that I can do. And they were just like, no. They told me that my stomach was way too small, which is true, to, you know, get him to flip. Elijah was on the bottom, and they're like, these babies are stuck the way they are, blah, 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 blah. But luckily, God had better plans for me. He knew the desires of my heart, and he knew that I did not want to be cut open. So, I found this, like, YouTube video that like helped with flipping babies, and I really believe with all of my heart that it worked. Yeah, I actually found this video on YouTube. I will try to find the link for it, but it was for naturally flipping your babies and like things you can do with your partner to try to help you flip the baby and blah blah blah, and you need 2 people and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't even care, like we're gonna make this happen by any means. Like, these babies are flipping. So you basically just have to like crawl down on a chair, like crawl down with your legs, like your knees like in the chair, and like do this like yoga type pose. It's obviously very unsafe to do by yourself, so you do need someone there with you. Color here. Woke up that night, I could not sleep. Like, I literally could not sleep. I was in so much pain because I could physically feel them turning and flipping. And I told the nurse, I was like, this baby flipped. And she was like, oh, wishful thinking, blah, blah, blah. We'll see, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, first off, 1, I know my body. 2, like, I know my body. And I know, like, what's about to happen. And she was just, like, thinking that I was joking. And lo and behold, not only was Elijah flipped, but so was Isaiah. They both were head down. So we didn't even have to do the breech, you know, surgery, or because that's super risky, and sometimes that results in an emergency C-section. And I was just not here for any of it. Alright, let me go ahead and align my lids. Yeah, I don't know. I really just don't know what just happened. I honestly can't tell you what I just did. I definitely just have like 2 different eyeliners today, but I also feel like I do have 2 different eyes today too. So we're just making do with what we have. I'm going to do my face really quick for you guys. And then we're going to keep it pushing. Alright, most of my face is done. I'm going to start putting on some jewels. I have like an assortment of sizes, so we'll see how this looks. I have like this eyeliner that I really just messed up that I'm going to conveniently place a jewel over. Boom. Boom. Covered up. Maybe I should just put it on the outside. I'm kind of thinking like, well, what I do know is that I want them to be the same, so I'm just going to mimic each other. Alright, I'm using lash glue this time, y'all. We'll see how it goes. Everyone insisted that I stop using hair glue, and you're stressing me out. Because I feel like these just won't stay on. Only reason I'm even attempting right now is because I'm not going anywhere. I'm in the house. These lashes are bomb though. You already know who I got them from. I will put all of her information down below. Alright, now these are pretty dry. I'm going to smash my lashes with the lashes. I'm gonna take that brown and sweep it underneath. I'm going to line my lip. Looking bomb. What do you guys think about this look? What do you guys think about the information that I gave you? I hope that I was able to give some insight on how miserable my pregnancy was. It really wasn't that bad. I'm just really so blessed that everything went as planned and both my children are here safely, and so am I also. Let me know down below what you think of this look. Thank you so much for pushing through, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, the comments definitely help me. The engagement is something that I need really to work on. So like, a lot of people are watching, but no people are commenting or liking. So like, help your girl out. Let's get some engagement up on this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.